Hey fellow TIs, this is Vulcan Wolverine again, and I don't even know why I'm doing this video. I just don't want to talk to my stalkers, which I did all this morning. It's Sunday, and I woke up at like 9:30, and now it is like 2:30, and I've spent all my day like talking to them and dealing with them, and I just wanted to make a video and just say, I feel like I'm living in the Twilight Zone. It's like my grandma and aunt, they, kind of think I'm crazy and stuff like that. And then this guy's a murderer, and he has got people in the neighborhood just helping him out. Everybody's on his side because he's ex-military and he lied and said, I'm a bad guy. I'm not dangerous at all. I'm not violent at all. And there's one thing, I guess, I'd been saying, cops aren't involved in this, they're not complicit in this, but I think there are a certain percentage, because, I started driving out of my neighborhood, and there was a city police car driving right when I came, just driving around the corner. I mean, it doesn't intimidate me or anything like that. I'm just like, wow, people are probably dying, and this guy is getting policemen to help him, drive around me. It's sad, kind of Twilight Zone type thing. He's a murderer, and yet he's calling me crazy, and people are like, yeah, he's crazy, let's go ahead and murder him. And murdering a person is the worst crime in our society. So it's like these guys are getting away with murder, and and I don't want to mention my friend's name. My friend is a targeted individual, and I won't mention his first name, and I hope he doesn't mind me mentioning his situation, but he lives with his mom, and he is disabled in a wheelchair, and he's got, people, and they'll actually yell at him and do satanic signs when he goes outside, as well as the microwave hearing and stuff like that. And my guys, my rapers, attackers, whatever you want to call them, crazy people who want to murder me, they're not really getting me bad. I want to show you guys. I want to show you how much I had to put up to even stop it. I mean, I can kind of hear the microwave hearing. It's really muffled, so I can't tell what they're saying. But the ELF and the EMF has been pretty much neutralized for now. They're hitting me, I think, with a little bit of ELF that's giving me headaches. But I had to, in this room, like, I have these plugs, but I put 3, and these are $500 a piece, tabletop defenders, just in this one room near the ex-military guy. 1, 2, 3. And then in the next room over, I put another one. So this is my whole, like, on the other side, where the Latino gentlemen are helping, I don't have any tabletop defenders. And so there's a 4th one. There's 3 in that room, and then a 4th one in this room. And I keep, the good thing about these things, they're $500, but I keep knocking them over, and they don't break or anything, so they're really tough. And this one in this room. And this wall is the wall where the ex-military guy is constantly shooting the radiation at me in my house. And he does it remotely from that point, but it also neutralizes anything that he's uploading to the satellite, to the remote satellite hitting me. And then I have this. Look at the top. That's all aluminum polyester thermal blankets. And so I'm trying to stop him from hitting me remotely, and it does. It's stopped it pretty good. The neutralization, then it has to go through that. So I do get a good night's sleep. They try and hit me on the side where I have jaw problems from the actual torture, from 4 years of torture, to the sides of my head and stuff like that. But they try and hit that point, and they get it a little bit. I have small headaches, but then it'll go away because the neutralizer's, pretty much dissipating it. It'll hit me for a little while, then it'll dissipate, because those waves that the tabletop emitters, it's built up waves. And so what he's shooting actually has to accumulate too, so it's like knock and hit whatever he shoots down. I just wanted to make a video because, like, I had talked to him all morning in the car, and I'm just like, man, he has daughters and stuff, and he's burning their futures along with ours. And in Nazi Germany, there were like 1 out of 5 Germans who spied on their neighbors, and that's how it all started. And then, you know, because of all that, and because of what happened, genocide to like millions of Jews. And I wish these people really just kind of, you know, sat back and thought about it, about how if this keeps going and more people do this, the more and more Americans that are going to die or get cancer, good Americans, because I'm not a murderer. Like, he's a murderer. He's a murderer. I mean, that's objective fact. He's a murderer, but he's getting other people, and they're like, yeah, he's crazy, let's go ahead and murder him. But murdering somebody is the worst crime you can ever commit in humanity. And we've decided that as a society, you know, murdering somebody is really bad. But these people, you know, if I, like, you know, if I'm in my house and I'm naked, oh, I'm crazy and I need to be murdered, you know, because he's getting away with it. He can just say whatever he wants. Didn't really have any purpose for this video. Just wanted to not talk to them and say, okay, well, yeah, I guess the theme for this video would be living in the Twilight Zone, because, you know, you have cops that instead of, you know, helping people, you know, they're driving around citizens that just want to be left alone. That's crazy. I think there are, you know, I don't know about the cop thing. I think some of them don't know about it. They're good. I think maybe like 5% to 10% are complicit with these gang stalking activities. I think it, I don't know. I have a lot of theories on who's involved and what they want, you know, and it's disgusting. Because they're doing the same thing that they're doing to me, and at least I can walk around and move and get out of my house. But they're hitting a guy in a wheelchair with spinal bifida. I'm not going to say his name, but he's, like, I just met him. He's a targeted individual. He has a very hard situation because they're attacking his mother, and his mother doesn't believe it. And I mean, my prayers go out to him, and also pray for him. But he's in a wheelchair. He's disabled, and they're doing this to him. They scream at him, and they do awful things and say awful things in the microwave hearing. And so, like, what I'm getting and I'm seeing is that these guys are attacking people who are disabled or who they think are sick, because they're like, well, these people don't even belong in society. Since they got sick, we'll just go ahead and kill them or whatever. And I think that's a large percentage of these attacks. And that's what I would call a marginalized individual, somebody who's dealing with a disability or something like that. What I think, though, and I know this is true for a fact in my heart, that when somebody's sick or has a disability and they have to work harder than other people and they have challenges that other people couldn't even comprehend, they help people who are healthy. They help them. They strengthen them. And these guys, these murderers, you know, they're just like, oh, if something's sick or broken, let's just go ahead and break it entirely and murder it. You know, we're the good computers. We don't have anything wrong with us. But they're murderers. So, I mean, they're the worst people in society. Like, murderers are the worst people in our society. We've all agreed on that in American society, that murder is the worst crime you can commit. So these people, there's nothing I could do. There's no logic that could win out, because the guy doesn't care about his family. He doesn't care about his daughter's future. He doesn't care about America's future. He likes to murder people, and he's going to say, I'm crazy. He's a murderer, and he's saying that I'm crazy, so there's not really anywhere you can go after that, because he's a murderer. He's the worst criminal in society. He's getting other people who want to kill, you know, involved and stuff like that. And even if what he was saying about me being crazy was true, even if that was true, I'm still not a murderer, so it doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense. You know, the people who are victimized and raped in their homes, peaceful people who don't want to have anything to do with these violent people, you know, we're called crazy, so they can keep on murdering us. It's the Twilight Zone. It's the Twilight Zone, and it's the opposite of what America stands for. It's the opposite of what our Constitution promises. It's the opposite of what Christianity and our God promises. Peace on earth, you know. Like, I'm not a violent human being at all. I would never hurt anybody. I've never done anything to his family. He's raped me financially. He's put stress on my family, the likes of which I've never seen. He's mutilated my body and radiated my organs and my brain. And then he acts mad, and he goes, oh, F that guy, oh God, he's all mad and stuff like that. But he has done so much damage to me without me doing one thing to him or his family. Not one thing have I done to him. So it doesn't make any sense, because they're hiding and trying to murder people who are innocent. The worst thing, I've told y'all a million times, I'll tell y'all a million times again, the worst thing I've ever done is smoke pot. It like heals my autoimmune disorder, Crohn's. It makes it feel real bad. It has nothing to do with that guy. But I watch these guys, they try and find anything that you're doing that's any way a little bit weird or something like that, and they'll latch on to it, because they're murderers and evil people 24 hours a day. So we're trying to be good. We try and like behave ourselves and go about life in the right way, so we won't be tortured. But any little thing that we do, he'll latch onto. But they themselves are evil, torturing murderers 24 hours a day. So everybody just accepts that about them. But they're looking at you with a microscope, watching everything you do, any of your habits, so that they can murder you easily and have a reason, a justification for this murder that has no justification. There's no justification for what they're doing. Like I said, I feel lucky that I do have shielding, and it's still hurting me. I'm showing y'all, like, I have aluminum polyester on the side of me with corrugated, still painted with aluminum, like this top thing filled with aluminum polyester, and they still like get some, I'll feel pains on my head and my neck. So I can't imagine what you guys who aren't shielding, and I know that it's a money thing, and they're destroying us financially, so it's hard to get the things you need to defend yourself. But like I really just if the only thing you can do is buy some aluminum foil and get some big tall thin pieces of cardboard and just put that aluminum foil around that cardboard and put it around where you sleep, if that's the only thing you can do, I would recommend that, because to shield yourself and to not be physically hurt, it'll leave you better off talking to cops and everything like that. I think there are some cops that are complicit in this, and they are involved in the gang stalking. I don't know if this will sound crazy, y'all. I'm very sure about this, but my neighbor has a connection in the Department of Transportation, so he'll actually, when I'm driving up to a red light and it's green, he'll make that red light red right when I'm driving up to it. And I know that sounds totally crazy, but he's doing that because it'll only last 20 seconds when he does it. Like if it's a regular red light and it regularly turns red, it'll last for a lot longer than that 20 seconds. So he's got connections in the DOT that could be helping people on the side of the road, with flat tires, helping save civilians and make people safe. But instead, they're making it more dangerous in the city. They're trying to turn green lights red and screwing everybody up just to mess with me. It's sad. It's like I see it though. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. The guy who's doing it doesn't make any sense. But there's so much going on. He's got so many people doing so many different things. So I have to be crazy. He has to make it that way because there's just too many people involved, and he can't just go back and say, well, this guy's not crazy. We can't do this anymore. He's got too many people, too many moving parts, too many people he's lied to. So he's got to go forward with the murder, no matter how awful and how wrong it is, no matter if it destroys his family and his daughter's future, my family. He's just got to go along with it because he's got so many people involved. It's ridiculous. It's un-American. It's Twilight Zone. It's the Twilight Zone time. And I think I've said this before. I could imagine it going on in other countries where there's like hardcore war, and this would seem very small. But this is American citizens killing American citizens in their homes. He's trailblazing the way for such evil in our future. We have to fight. We have to resist. We don't have a choice. I say that with sorrow right now. Usually I try and be more enthusiastic, but y'all know if you're sad and you're just like, God, I can't even have a life. I can't do anything. Those are normal thoughts. What these people are doing, they're not normal. They're crazy. And they're trying to say that you're crazy. And if you call them crazy, they'll use that and say, he's calling us crazy, we need to murder him. So it's just this big just blown up situation where mobs are involved and people making the wrong decisions and people are going to get hurt, and it's like there's nothing I can really do to turn it around. I doubt he's just going to go wake up one day and be like, oh, I'm going to stop murdering this guy, because it's wrong. So I'm going to be making as many videos as I can. I want to make it as hard for their cause, because basically they're on a team. They're on a team of people that are in America and the world abusing citizens in their homes with radiation, EMF, and ELF. I mean, they're on that team. And from what I talked to my friend who's disabled, they shoot people in wheelchairs and shoot microwave hearing at those people in wheelchairs. They rape women in their houses. They give them, they'll poison them or give them roofies, so they'll go to sleep and then come into their houses and rape them. There's a 20-year-old Korean girl that I talked to who's scared to use the bathroom because they're watching her when she uses the bathroom. This is their team. It's a team of very evil, dark people who won't stop. They won't stop because they're not getting caught. They don't care about moral. They don't care about right. They don't care about heroics. They don't care about this or that. They're not getting caught, and they feel powerful murdering somebody they don't know, and they'll just keep doing it. I mean, there's no stopping them by talking to them. I'm thinking about calling the city police out here today and just letting them know, just like I called the sheriff's department. I'm trying to figure out who to go to. I want to get a lawyer, but that's so expensive. And the whole thing with that is you have a burden of physical proof. So even if you measure the frequencies that they're shooting in your house, it's hard to say, oh, well, that's coming from their house. They could say it's coming from the sky or something like that. So we have the burden of physical proof, even though these people are just murdering people indiscriminately, people who want to have nothing to do with them at all. I don't want to have anything to do with this guy. I don't want to hurt his life. I don't want to hurt his kids. I don't want anything to do with him. But the more he does this, I want to catch him so he'll stop. Just so he'll stop murdering me in my house. Not because I want to get revenge on him or anything. I want him to stop murdering me and murdering America's future. I mean, they really are. And they don't understand. I guess they're short-sighted people. He thinks it's just me and him. He's just, I mean, he is making everybody's lives crap in the neighborhood. When people start doing this stuff and they're just conditioned to do it, they get real evil. They'll do anything. It keeps on pushing the line every day. So it's like at first he's like, oh, I'm just messing with this guy. It's fun. I'm messing with him. And then it's like 2 years later, it's like, let's kill this guy. I'm going to kill him or he's going to get out of his house. So it's totally different. Like when it started, it's completely different because that's what lies do. He just keeps on saying different lies. And his fallback lie, like if I moved out of this house, what would happen? He'd follow me. He'd get people to follow me and stalk me. He would hit me remotely. He'd try and get a network set up wherever I went, and people would be like, why are you doing that? I thought you didn't like this guy. You wanted to just get him out of there. And he'd be like, this is his fallback. I don't care. That's his big fallback. He'll lie and he'll lie and he'll lie until people are like, well, that doesn't make any sense. You're not making any sense. And then he goes, I don't care. And so I don't care covers everything. And it doesn't matter what people say because he's in control of the equipment. He's the abuser. He's the raper. And he's going to keep raping and abusing no matter what he has to say. He'll just say, okay, oh, that guy's smoking pot. Oh, okay, that guy's crazy. Okay, and then it doesn't make sense anymore. And then he's like, I don't care. I don't care. And that covers everything. And then people are just like, probably don't know what to say to that. And they're probably scared of him. They're probably scared that he's going to hurt them too. So I don't know. I don't know if they're safeguarded. What I fear is that if I did leave this house, I think that they would probably abuse and torture whoever moved in here, because they're convenient, and that's why they hit me, because I'm a convenient target. So it's like me and my mom could sell this house to somebody, and the guy would be like, oh, just surveilling them when they're naked, looking for a reason to hurt them and to kill them, because it's all about he likes it that it's in the shadows and it's covert. There's no reason for it. There's no reason to murder me. There's no reason to chase me out of my home. There's no reason for any of it. But because he can, he does. And I guess that's like Aleister Crowley, do as thou wilt. Seems like a very Masonic thing. I'm not sure if these guys are Masons, but that makes sense. It makes sense that they would kill. Like, I'm a Christian. Like, I'm a good guy. I try and do the right thing. Like I said, the worst thing I've done is smoke pot, but I really love people. I don't want to hurt people. I want to work on my own life. Like, seriously, I don't even want to have revenge on this guy. I want him to just stop. So it seems like they're killing Christians. Like, I see all these people on their videos, and they're like, yeah, I'm a Christian. I love God. I'm trying to get power from God. And that's who these people are trying to kill, good Christian people who are trying to do good. So I guess the Masonic angle would kind of make sense. And then they would think they can do whatever they want and just kill whoever they want. Some kind of depopulation, like dark, demonic, death, worshipping thing. I don't really care why he's doing it anymore. It's insane. I don't want to have him in my life. I don't want to have anything to do with him. I'd rather he not, screw up his kids' future, or everybody. He's screwing up American kids' future around all over the United States. We're gonna have this. We're gonna have people killing each other in their homes if we don't stop it. Like, if we don't get the word out there and let people know that this is going on, and that if you get some weird tinnitus that you shouldn't get, and you're walking around, that somebody's doing that to you, and we could do something about it. We have to. I mean, that's my only. I mean, the only thing that I can think of is helping the future. And it's weird. I see all these movies like Spider-Man, and he's fighting Electro, and then I see, like, I want to see the new X-Men movie really bad. I was gonna go see it today, but I might just wait till tomorrow morning. And it's like, the Sentinels are going out, and first, they're targeting mutants, right? The Sentinels are targeting mutants. That's us. That's us. I hate to tell you, my friend, but if you're a targeted individual, you're a mutant. You're a marginalized, creative, artistic person, or you have a disability. There's something different about you that scares these guys, that they need to kill, because they look at us all as computers. And if you're not a perfect working computer, they can kill you because you don't work in some aspect, So I hate to tell you, but maybe not. Maybe you're a perfectly well-balanced human being who this just happened to. But I feel like I'm a mutant. I have an autoimmune disorder. I'm different. I'm a writer. I think differently. And I think it's us first. They're going after us first, and they can discredit us easily because a lot of people don't like marginalized people. They like, people who are exactly like them, who think exactly the right things, who don't believe in conspiracy theories, and we're first. We're going to be first in this, but that doesn't mean everybody isn't next. And I watched the trailers for X-Men, and it's like they release the Sentinels, and first they just target the mutants, but then they just start targeting everybody, because that's what the people in power, they want. They want to control everybody. And they're practicing on us. So, be strong. I don't know. I'm trying not to be negative in this video, because they aren't hurting me physically that bad. But he's still trying. I mean, he's working at it. He's working at it like day and night. He stays up all night. I think he probably gets one other person to, help him, and they put the microwave hearing on a loop or something like that. But he wants to torture me 24 hours a day. It's the most evil thing that I could ever imagine. And it happening in America is a nightmare. It's a nightmare, and we have to fight it. I mean, what else can we do? We either lay down and die, let him destroy our lives, let him destroy our finances, or we fight. We resist. We have no choice. That saddens me, because I'd like to have choice in life. I'd like to not be backed into a corner where I have to deal with this guy. But if he's going to do this to me, I'm going to make his cause and his team, because he is on a team. He's on a team of people with this microwave equipment all over America and all over the world, killing people in their homes. So I'm on the opposite team of him. People who want to live freely and not be, oppressed every second of the day. Because this guy has me in a virtual prison 24 hours a day, but not just a virtual prison where I don't feel free. He's also trying to kill me with radiation while he traps me in that prison. It's sick. It's sick. It's just the sickest thing I could ever think of. But I maybe I am crazy to them, because I believe that God put me exactly in this situation, and I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to put out videos. That's the only thing that I think is going to really turn this around, is just getting the information out there. It's so much that people can't deny it, because right now, human beings are in this place where they're busy. They can't believe in this kind of evil, because the people who aren't like them, I think they're a small percentage, these people who want to murder people in their homes. The people who aren't like that, they're like, I'm busy, I can't deal with that. That sounds crazy. I can't believe a human being would be that evil, so they can't believe it. But we've got to, the time has come where there are very evil people in this world, and they have agendas of depopulation and genocide. And maybe they don't even know it. They're working for the people who really know what they're doing. And this guy may think it's just me and him in this situation. I don't know. I don't know him. I've never had a good conversation with him so that we could know each other. It's been him surveilling me illegally, and then deciding that I'm crazy, and then deciding to kill me in my home with no communication, between our families or anything like that. So it's ludicrous. It's the Twilight Zone. This isn't what humans have ever done. And the Germans did so much damage just spying on their neighbors. That brought about genocide, the likes of which we'd never seen in the world. So picture it, if they're not just spying on their neighbors, but they're torturing their neighbors and actually able to kill them with EMF and ELF. Think of where that can go. Even a darker place than the Holocaust. And I really believe that. Like, I say it, and I'm not trying to exaggerate things. I do think about the future, and I see trends. And if this is a trend that keeps growing, we won't recognize America, and people will be killed who don't deserve it. Innocent people will be killed, so that these people can feel powerful or not be bored or whatever. I think this guy, he was bored, so, murdering a human being and destroying everybody's future in the neighborhood is just something to do for him, He doesn't really think any further than, hey, I'm going to hurt that guy, I guess I am kind of stiff. I'm stiff around my neck and stuff, so I guess they are getting me a little bit, but I'm trying to be enthusiastic, and I do believe that God will carry us through this. But like I said, it's not a crime to feel sad or to feel like powerless. And I actually I forgot the name of it. I'm gonna have to maybe tell y'all in the next video I do, but it's surviving narcissistic abuse. If you can just type that into YouTube, surviving narcissistic abuse, that's telling me a lot of stuff about how when they torture you and they victimize you and they rape you, you get negative peptides going to your cells. So you get peptides of torture and victimization, and they go to your cells because those are the most intense peptides. And I'm not sure the science of it, but your cells will soak up whatever is the most intense feeling on those peptides. So if you're living a joyful life and you have excellent finances and you have good relationships, all those good feelings, all those good peptides, your cells are going to soak them up. But if you're in this situation where you're being tortured all the time, your cells are going to soak up these negative peptides, and then you're going to start having these pathways of depression and victimization. And I haven't even looked at the whole thing of it, but it opened my eyes to the scientific nature of victimization and abuse. And what we have to do, we have to make sure that our energy level is as high as it can be. And I know that's hard because you're being victimized, you're being raped in your house, your rights are gone, they'll kill you, with radiation. So those are very evil things being done to you, and it makes your body do very negative things. So this thing on YouTube, it had a ring of hey, I got to see how you can heal from narcissistic abuse, and I'm kind of in the middle of the course, but it's how to heal. Either put in how to heal from narcissistic abuse, or how to reverse narcissistic abuse. Just put in you can probably just put in narcissistic abuse, and it'll bring you to the training course. It's like a little 3-part training course on how we can heal. But that's what they do negative things to us. They victimize us, they rape us, they hurt us, and it keeps your body on a physiological level, on a negative path, on a very painful, victimized path. And if you get caught in that, these things that they're using, these torture weapons, work way better. So we've got to find a way to dig ourselves out of those holes and get happy again. And I know it's all, like I'm so shielded, and they're hitting me just a little bit, and it's hard for me to stay positive, especially if you've got people, this big lie going on, and your life doesn't even matter anymore. These people are just, having fun stalking somebody and destroying their life. I know it can just be negative, and it can seem like it has no end, but like we've got to try and be as positive as we can. We've got to try and trust authority figures, because I think the people that you call, I think the cops that you call to come out to help you, I don't think those people are going to be complicit. I think those people kind of, you'll see them few and far between, maybe a couple of percentage of cops. It's really sad. It's a sad thing. This guy is torturing me 24 hours a day. It's his life now. It's his life, and he has him and the lady next door, and they all just do it all day long, all night long. They try and hit me in the face and murder me, and he'll just say, "Yeah, we need him out of here. We need him out of here." And then if that doesn't make any sense anymore, then he'll just go, "I don't care," because he has the weapons to murder people. So what do I have? I have, trying to defend myself in my home with aluminum polyester and making these videos. My family doesn't even believe me, but he has like strangers in the neighborhood who will back him up on murder. It's the Twilight Zone. Like, I don't want to have anything to do with them. I don't want to hurt their lives. I want to help my family. I want to be a part of my family, instead of, oh, we don't know what's going on with him, he's crazy. It's really sad. It's really sad. Un-American. I pause sometimes, and I'm just like, how does this even happen? Like, how does this happen with people with brains that are Americans, and we're all living in freedom? I mean, he's an American soldier. He fought for our freedom, and he's going to kill people in their homes, And some people are going to act like he has every right to do it because he's an authority figure. But it's my life. I mean, it's my life he's taking, my dreams he's taking. I just want to write book. I want to write my book. I want to do peaceful things. I want to find a job and get out of this hole. I've spent thousands of dollars trying to fight him, and that's one thing that I was lucky on. I had a couple of $1,000s to pay my bills and to fight these guys. And I understand how some of you guys out there, y'all don't have any money, and that it's hard because all this stuff is really expensive. Like, just to get a personal Q-Wave defender is $300. To get a tabletop defender, and you see I have 4 over there on that wall right next to him, and it dulls it down, but I still hear a little bit of microwave hearing. I still get some of the ELF, and he can move, like, now that, I mean, he saw me place him, so it's not like I'm giving him any new information, but they can move it to the other side with the Latino people. They can just, they've got a lot of people and a lot of connections and a lot of microwave weapons they don't have to pay for. They're probably earning money for doing this. I couldn't imagine anybody doing it for this long and just doing it like this without earning something. I think this guy, even if the people he gets to help him aren't earning money, he might be earning money and then just using them and saying, yeah, let's just get this guy out, and like telling them a story while he's making money from it, and then he's just getting them to help without them, and they don't get to make money. They just get used, kind of. I don't know how it works. It's probably the most crappy thing you could ever imagine. It doesn't belong in America. The America I grew up in is like people like loving each other and being so heroic and talking to each other. This is like it's like oppression and tyranny and people's futures being ruined and just sick hatred. Like he yells and he's like, "Fuck this guy," but I haven't done anything to him. He's murdering me in my house. He's taken so many things away from me, and he's angry. He's like, like growling like a hell dog or something like that. So I don't understand it. It doesn't really scare me. Like if I see cops driving around me, it's like they could be doing something good to save some lives, and they're wasting their time, driving around me. But he'll keep doing it. See what he does is he just does stuff even if it doesn't affect me. He's a liar, so he'll just be like, "Yeah, he's paranoid. It's working." Because he knows it's propaganda. He's got to keep lying. So even if he's doing something that I just don't care about, or it's not even working, the stuff the torture weapons aren't even really working right now. But he's going to say they're working because he's a liar, and he's waiting. He's like, "Oh well, it's not working now, but I can get it to work later." So he's lying right now and saying, "Yeah, we got him. And his biggest mission is to hurt a human being and to mutilate a human being and hurt his family, hurt my family. That's his mission that he's on. He's American. He is an American soldier, and this is his mission, to terrorize American families in an American neighborhood. That is his mission right now. So if he thinks he's on point and he's hurting me, that's the best feeling he's got, that he's hurting American citizens. And I couldn't believe it when I talked to my friend who's disabled. I can't believe that. He's in a wheelchair, and he's really defenseless. It's probably hard for him to get around and to buy stuff to defend himself or do any of this. And he has the same situation I have. People surrounding his house, shooting things at him, messing with his mother. They're doing creepier stuff to him than these guys are even doing to me. And he's in a wheelchair. He has challenges that the people who are torturing him couldn't even imagine. But they just don't care. They're so simple that they're like, "Oh, that guy's disabled. He's weak. Let's kill him. Let's just kill him." And that's probably what they're doing to me. They're like, "Oh, this guy, he has an autoimmune disorder. Just kill him. He's weak, And these weak people that they think are weak, they're murderers who don't have any feelings. So I think they're maybe the worst people, the weakest people in society. The people that they think are weak actually help others to grow stronger and to see how strong a human being can be. I've seen my dad, just come up from this aneurysm, and I really, almost don't have any doubts that they did this to him, because that's what they do. When they shoot that stuff at your head, it thins the blood-brain barrier, it creates aneurysms, it does exactly what happened to him. And he's never had anything like that happen to him in his life. It's right after my 33rd birthday, they're really going after me, they want to hurt me. And it's kind of like, he's surveilling me and he's watching me. And my dad was my strongest point of support. I talked to him and he didn't mind, He's like, "Talk to me, don't talk to your mom about it." So, they almost killed my dad, and I'm pretty sure about that. I'm almost 75% sure about that. They're evil, they want murder. They want to murder people they don't know. It's kind of, they feel powerful from it. And you should hear these people on microwave hearing. I don't know if they really believe this. I don't know if they really believe that what they're doing is just okay, and they're, a point of authority, and they're just murdering American citizens in their homes, trying to move people out of their homes and whatnot. I don't know if they really believe this stuff. I can't imagine. I think they're lying. If they have any kind of intelligence, they're just lying about it, and they're evil. But maybe they do. Maybe they believe that after destroying somebody's finances, health, and hurting them 24 hours a day, that they need to be insulted. They should be insulted because they have to do all that hard work of torturing somebody. It doesn't make any sense. I say the words, and that's why I say Twilight Zone. It makes no sense whatsoever. It makes no sense. Not even 1% reason or logic or anything involved in it. Not 1%. Not 1% reason, logic, or any kind of regular human thought is involved in this. Not 1%. It's scary, and it's scary how he's built, over 2.5 years, the first 1.5 years, it was just him and another guy, and they didn't really have anybody on their side. But I guess you hurt somebody long enough, and people are like, well, they're not getting caught, and they're, flogging this guy and killing him and hurting his life. Well, I guess I'll just get on board. I have no idea. Because, my point of view is I want to live my life. I want to write. I want to create stuff. I don't want to I couldn't judge this guy one bit. I don't live his life, but he's saying that I'm crazy and that he needs to kill me. I'm crazy enough that he needs to kill me, slaughter me. And he's not smart enough for that. I can tell you that right now. He's not. He can't judge another human being. He's a murderer. Like, murderers can't judge somebody else's psychology. Like, I'm sure of that, because murder is the worst crime in society. Alright, I just wanted to go on a little rant. Like, I mean, I can hear him on the microwave here, and I fuck him. It's just so much hate. It's so much demon, just black stuff. It's horrible. Like, it's just horrible. They want to watch people masturbate in their homes, and you know, any little thing that you do, they want to get you on so they can murder somebody. His whole goal is to murder and to stalk and just do dark stuff that's evil and violent. You know, and me calling him out on it, I'm not even calling him out. I'm making a video in my house, but since he can surveil me right now, since he can surveil me doing anything I do, anything that I say, he tries to make it like it's against him and that he needs to murder me, and I've just insulted him. You know, he's just doing whatever he needs to. There's no truth in this. He's not looking for truth. He's not looking for justice. He's not looking for these things of like what's really happening here. He's trying to create a reality of evil. He's trying to create this reality where he can do whatever he wants to me and people are convinced. Like, he's trying to create a reality of evil. He's not looking and seeing, oh, well, this guy is really doing this, and, you know, these people are really doing this, and what I'm doing really in the future causes this. He's not looking for that. He's totally denying that. He's saying that's all BS, and what he wants to happen, he's trying to create a reality of death and torture, and make it normal, like, hey, this is just a normal thing that we do, and no big deal, you know. So that's what he's trying to do. That's what all these people are trying to do. They're not looking at any truth, because I have nothing to do with them. If they weren't surveilling me inside of my house, I'd have nothing to do with them. And they get in, like, me saying this kind of stuff, they're like, fuck that guy, what the fuck does he, like, I mean, they're taking logic and just ripping it apart and saying that, oh, fuck that guy, what does he think, who does he think he is, murder him, you know. So they're doing exactly what I'm talking about them doing, and then saying that I'm, like, saying something crazy. It's Twilight Zone. It's Twilight Zone, entirely. Like, so if you feel crazy, if you feel like these people are making you crazy, you're having normal human thoughts. Because murdering somebody and then saying, like, they're crazy is the most crazy thing you can do. It's all just a messed up, chaotic, like, nobody could straighten this out now. The guy has made a situation where nobody can straighten it out, where there's violence every second of the day, and nobody can, like, talk to each other or communicate. No diplomacy. There's nothing. There's only death and people murdering and bullying people, and that's all it is. And it's like, I have nowhere to go. I can't move out of this house. He'd follow me. He'd remotely hit me. He'd go to people and show them footage of me naked in my house, and they'd jump on board because it's unprecedented. And I guess some people are they're just easily led, you know. And I think some of the people really are mad at me. They're mad that they can see me in my house, and they somehow, I guess the twist is that they think it's their house or something. I have no idea how crazy like this gets so crazy. And I'm not a crazy person. I want to live I have some stuff that's wrong with my body. You know, I've had surgeries. You know, I have something wrong with this side of my jaw because of the torture. Because they've tortured me for so long, I have muscles in my jaw, in my ear, around my head that are, you know, they spaz out. They're kind of atrophied a little bit, and I'm hoping they'll heal. But these guys, you know, they try and hit any weak spot on your body, because to me they're craven. You know, if you're gonna kill somebody, walk up to them and shoot them. Like this kind of roasting somebody and microwaving them in their home is the most cowardice I've ever seen. And this is an American soldier, and it's just crazy. It's just Twilight Zone, you know. I'm not doing anything to anybody. I'm not going to hurt anybody. I want to go about my life, but he's got me trapped in my house. He'll say anything that he wants to. Because he has no accountability. The cops, you know, I don't have any physical proof. He lies to the cops when I get them out here. You know, it's it's really retarded, and it upsets me to no end. Like, I've even, I don't, like, my emotions are all screwed up now too. I can't cry a lot because they're watching me all the time. Like, I used to cry some, and that's kind of healthy. You get it out of you, but now it's like they watch me 24 hours a day. So, like, I don't even cry. Like, when my dad got hurt, I cried like once, but then it's like that has been beaten out of me, even that kind of emotion. But stay strong. I don't know. I guess I don't know if I'm gonna put this video out. It's kind of negative. But I guess we need to see it all. I'm gonna go ahead and document whatever I experience, and hopefully it'll help people in the future. If not us, if not our cause. 'Cause I know there are a lot of people out there who've been suffering. I mean, this guy who's disabled, they've been doing it to him for years, and I don't even think they take this guy is trying to take the path of like lying about what he's doing, like, oh, we're just trying to get him out of his house. I think the people that are doing it to the disabled guy, they're just like, we're gonna kill you. They don't. He's not. They're all. They don't have families that they need to convince. That what they're doing is harmless or good or whatever. They're really evil people who are. They don't need to lie about it because they're all doing evil. This guy's got to lie to some people because there are regular people in this neighborhood who are like, why are you murdering this guy in his house? And he's like, no, we're just getting him out of his house. So he's got to make up lies to do that. He's got to make up lies all day long. Propaganda. He's been in the military, and so I guess he trained, and now he wants to use it on an American citizen to kill him in his home. It makes no sense. It's the most evil thing ever. But I know that God will get me through it, no matter in what shape, and then I can maybe heal from all this stuff. I'll try and heal now. How to heal from narcissistic abuse. Type that into YouTube, and it's a little course that you can take on basically the physiology of abuse, the physiology of every time they victimize us, every time they hurt us. What happens to our body? Why is it such a pattern of negativity? Because it's a pattern of negativity. You get raped, you get victimized, and then you get depressed, and then they do it some more. And these guys, they get you in a real cycle of negativity. They get you in a real cycle of always hurting you physically, always with the microwave hearing, psychologically hurting you. So they're throwing all this evil stuff at you. Second by second, and your body responds to it physiologically. So there's ways to actually physiologically stop that and get a more positive energy. And I think we have to fight them on every front. We have to fight them on the defense. We've got to fight them in our own minds, in our hearts. We've got to fight them and try and get authority figures to believe us. We've got to get lawyers and see if there's anything there. I think we need to get together and maybe come up with some kind of document that we could all sign and send to every senator in every state. We need to get together on that. And me and my friend, the guy that I talked to, we're thinking of ways of how to get together. And I know one thing is that we're all paranoid because these people, they probably send people into your life or whatever. Who are bad and want to hurt you. We've got to figure out a way to get together, though, and if we could get some petitions to sign and somehow electronically, get them to every state, like every senator, every representative in every state, or just start in the states where we're at. There's a way to do this. There is a way to do this. There's a way to get people's awareness about it going. I think that I'm going to contact a newspaper in my city and see if they'll do a story on me, because I know that I saw one news report where a guy, he didn't even have the proof or anything, but they still did the report on the gang stalking of him in his house. So, I really want to do that stuff. We've got to stop these people. They're murderers. They don't care. They don't care about anybody. They don't even care about their own families. So I don't know how I'm going to logically, get this guy to stop. But the more he does it, the more information I'll put out. The more I want to hurt their cause. And at the very least, I'm going to make it so hard for them here that they think twice before following me. This is a nightmare. This is like, it is like Nazi Germany. It's fascist. It's people terrorizing each other in their houses. And he doesn't care. He doesn't care one bit. Like, he doesn't care. Like, I can tell you that on the microwave hearing. He just wants to get what he wants done, and that's murdering and mutilating a human. I don't see how people are all so gung-ho and behind him on this, because that's what he's doing. I can tell you because I'm the one he's doing it to. So he's mutilating me. He's microwaving my organs. He's acting like, that I'm crazy. I'm crazy. He's a killer. He's a killer, and he kills people over long periods of time, and then he says that I'm crazy because I sit in my house and use the computer and try and live my life. It doesn't make any sense. You can't, like, you start putting it into words, and you're just like, oh, okay, and this doesn't make sense, and none of it makes sense. None of it's going to make sense. It's people killing each other all the time, 24 hours a day, somebody just keeping you on surveillance, like they don't even live. Like, how is he going to call me crazy when I'm trying to go about my life? In his life, all his life is 24 hours a day surveilling me and trying to torture me. He's crazy. His life right now is crazy. To 24 hours a day torture somebody while you're surveilling them, that's crazy. Me trying to live my life with every bone in my body and trying to get away from this violence, that's not insane. So these people, they're off the reservation. You can't. There's no logic that's going to get them to stop, And he's got one lady with him, and maybe it's because she has all boys and a husband, so she doesn't have any daughters or anything, and maybe that's why she's so callous. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know her. I've never talked to her face to face, but she wants me dead or out of here. It's just insane. You start saying that stuff, and it's just so insane. It doesn't, like, the words, you can't even complete them because it's just such an insane situation. But the Lord will give us power. God will give us power to get through this. He's given me, I'm in a pretty good situation where it's not hurting me 24 hours a day, but I'm still kind of pissed off by it, because I want him gone completely from my life. And, I'm going to find a way to do that. I'm going to let you guys know what I'm doing, what I'm working on. This is my main thing right now, though. This is my main path, making videos and trying to tell y'all about my situation so y'all can maybe work through y'all's a little bit better. I think if everybody that was experiencing this targeted individual stuff put out videos, I think it would be a lot quicker that people learn about this stuff. But I'm going long, and I just wanted to make a short video saying what's up. I just put up like an hour and 14-minute video. So they take a while to upload. See, right now he's trying to hit me in the throat, but it's not as bad because I have, the neutralizer. It's not as bad as the other times, and my body gets used to it as it goes on. Like, he'll hit me in the throat when I'm eating, and I one time I was in a car and I was eating beef jerky, and it seems like if you have food going down into your esophagus and your throat, they can do a lot more damage. They can make you throw up. But I was eating beef jerky, and he made me throw up all over my lap, and just beef jerky was everywhere. Now it's not so bad. I can eat, and I don't even feel, what he's doing. But just stay strong. God, I wish I had better advice, because this really does suck, and it's a life stealer. They're dream stealers. They they don't have dreams. If this is what he's doing, he doesn't have a dream. If he's killing people for no reason, what does he want in life? Just to kill people, to have that power to kill people, doesn't make any sense to me. I have a totally different outlook where just don't bother people. Go your way, they go theirs. Don't bother them. But I guess you can act like somebody's bothering you if you can surveil them in their house. See, I start saying that stuff, and it's so insane, you don't know where to go from there. It's just like surveilling me in my house, naked. He's raped me, shot me in the testicles, shoot me in the head with radiation, shoot me in the jaw, making me sick, and then yelling at me as if he's mad, as if I've done something to him. You know, it's just boop, boop. You say it and it's like boop, boop. Does not compute. Does not compute at all. It's crazy murder. I think some people, if they can murder somebody, they'll just go ahead and try and get away with it. And I'm making this video, and they're either acting like they're getting mad, or they're really mad at me for saying this stuff, and I'm the one being murdered. So it's just crazy. It's just so crazy. You know, they're attackers, they're stalkers, they're predators. You know, and they're mad at me because they're murdering me. Just the words don't make sense. They don't make sense at a certain point. But God knows this, and I heard a song where it was like, you know, He's been with you from the beginning of all your troubles. So He's taken account of all this stuff that's happened. He's been here from the beginning of your torture till now. Please, like, know that if you pray to God, get the Holy Spirit in you, God will give you respite. And it may just be for a little while. Please have faith, and just have faith in Him. And I'm telling myself this too, because it's really hard on a day-to-day basis. Getting tortured like this and still believing in humanity is very hard. It's very hard. I don't understand where these people are coming from. They're not normal. If you want to murder somebody, you're not a normal human being to me. I mean, maybe to them that's completely normal to abuse and rape and kill people, as long as you have technology that you can shoot from afar, and that makes it okay. But to me, it's still murder. It's still barbarism, bullying, rape. God, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I want to live my life. It's like, I guess this guy has nothing to do. You know, he doesn't have a book he wants to write. He doesn't want to, you know, take his family to the park. He doesn't want to do anything. He wants to murder people, you know. And I can't imagine that, because there's so many things I want to do, so many things that he's keeping me from, where I spent from 9:30 today, and now it's like, what, 3:30 in the afternoon, and it was all focused on them. It was all focused on him trying to get this EMF to hurt me and this ELF through. It's all about that. For him, it's every second of the day, when I'm helping my sick dad, when I'm writing stuff for my mom to help cancer patients, you know, whatever I'm doing, it's all about trying to make that action look as crazy as can be. If I'm driving around, you know, he's like, I'll hear him on the microwave hearing when I'm driving around, let's get him out of here. I'm out of here. I'm driving around. I'm not in my house. So what is he even talking about? That's the thing. That's a lie. You can't say, oh, well, if I just get away from them, they'll stop stalking me. It's a lie. He's going by. He has such a mindset that he's like, well, it's microwave hearing and it hasn't been invented, so like everything that I say is just a schizophrenic voice in his head. So I don't have to follow up on any of it, or I don't have to believe any of it. So it's all just this big ball of lies and death and murder. And they shoot poison onto my property when kids are walking by. Like, I mean, they don't care about the life of children, animals, anything. And he's still convincing people that it's the right thing to do. That's scary. It's scary. People's thinking is scary to me, and especially after this. And I've looked into cults, and I've talked about that, like Scientology. Like, people believe some crazy stuff just to belong to a group, just so they won't get shunted out of a group, just so they can participate. You know, they'll go along and just be like, yeah, this guy's got to go. When they say this guy's got to go, you know, it's pretty much this guy's got to go from the earth. They want that kind of power. They're sick. Like, I've seen a bunch of them. They wear black and they're getting their hair dyed black, and it's just you know, they like death. They think it's just a game. You know, I don't know how this happened to me. I don't know how it happened to people, because like there are certain people who keep a moral barometer. You know, no matter how crazy the world gets, I don't want to go out there and start shooting people with a gun. You know, I don't want to kill people in their home. You know, I want to do the best I can to make the world that I have as good as I can. And it's like this guy, it's destroyed in this neighborhood. You can never put it back to normal. You can never have everybody just go to peace. And if I leave, it still wouldn't be right. It's still, nobody would just, go back to the way it was, they would find another target. That's how this thing works. They'd never be satiated. They'd never be satiated once they start murdering. They'll say that I'm lying about that. They'll get mad about that. I'm the only one being physically hurt in all this, and everybody's yelling at me. That's Twilight Zone, Like, I've done nothing to them. Done nothing to them. I've responded to the torture. I've said, like, oh, I don't know why this guy's torturing me. It could be because he's evil. Like, I've responded to him like that, but I've never, attacked them or done anything to them. And they're like, put him away, and, they want to put people in mental institutions and just do evil stuff. And that's just normal to him. He's like, put him away, we'll just put him away. It's crazy. You start saying that, and it's just like, this guy's crazy. And he's a murderer. So it's like, even if I was crazy, like he's saying, I'm still not a murderer. So he still trumps me. He's crazy, and he's a murderer, and he's destroying the United States of America. Like, even if I was crazy, I'm pretty much isolated to my house, and I'm not going to do anything to anybody. So even if I was crazy, he's still about 1,000,000 times more crazy because he's murdering people. But he doesn't care. I mean, he can just lie about that and just say he's doing the right thing, that I'm a dangerous guy. He's got me trapped in a house. He can say anything he wants. And that's what we've got to understand, and that's the hardest thing, is to not be swept away by all this, because hate is an energy, and it's all, pointed at you if you're a targeted individual, and some of these people feed off of it. So it's hard to keep your positive energy. And it's like, even me making this video, he's going to try and use it against me, like I'm doing something bad, like I'm crazy. I want to get the information out there. America is important. Our children's futures are important. I don't want them to live in a place where it's like, oh, I don't like my neighbor, let's go ahead and just kill him, And that's where America's going if this stuff kind of prevails. So it's America's life on the line. It's the world on the line. And we've got to know that. That this isn't going to end with us. It's not going to end with marginalized people or people who are sick or whatever. It's going to be everybody. And probably a lot of you are healthy people who have nothing wrong with you, who this has happened to. So it's already happening like that, where it's just people that they can say whatever they want. So you can be a perfect person. You could be brilliant, you could have like 5 jobs and be making tons of money, and they'll just lie, because that's what they do. They'll just lie and say you're crazy so they can kill you, It's really sad. But I just made this as a rant video. I guess I'll put it out, because this is the way I feel right now. I still have faith, but right now it's depressing. I've wasted all this time during the day. I'm on Act 3 of my book, and I want to finish it. So I can maybe make some money. I want to make some money so I can help my family, definitely. And I won't go into all that, but alright, well, I'll be making some more videos, guys. Sorry if this was a little bit, depressing or whatever, but I'm feeling that way today, and they're not even getting me that bad, so I feel for some of you guys who aren't shielded at all, and they're just full-fledged, microwave hearing and full-fledged ELF on you, to where you can't get any comfort. Get some aluminum foil and put it on some cardboard. Do something, buy a personal defender. Help yourself to not feel physical pain all the time, because then you can start thinking and really fighting it. I love all of you, and I just pray for all of you. Let's say a prayer. I'm just going to say a prayer for the end. Dear Father, I just thank you for this day. Please make these words that I'm saying help some people. Take my situation, make me less depressed about this, so I can do something good for the world. Please, enter the hearts of the people who are torturing and terrorizing people in the United States, and really help them to know that what they're doing is bad for our future. It's bad for America. It's bad for their own children, if they have children. That just get into their hearts and show them that murder is wrong. That Americans should be able to talk to Americans, and that whatever kind of plan this is or program, that it will destroy us. And I know you won't let that happen to us, because you're a good God. You're a good and gracious God. Help the people in this situation, like me, to find respite, to find comfort, even if for a little while through this torture, please, because I know some of these people are really suffering really bad, and just please send your Holy Spirit to all of us and give us strength, and let these words help people. Let the things that we do help us and strengthen us. Please enter the hearts of people who are being coerced into doing this and change their minds about it. Give these people who are murdering us less support. I know you can do it. You're a very powerful God. And, if this is where we're supposed to be, and if this will help America or help the world with this situation, the things that we go through and the things that we talk about, then we know that it's part of your will. Let us accomplish your will in this world, and help us to do so. Make us strong. Send the Holy Spirit down when people are in pain and can't take it anymore. And please, if anybody is thinking about committing suicide or harming themselves because of their attackers, please just fly to them right now. Send them angels, and send them help in their heart to not do that, to not want to do that, to pick themselves back up and to fight this. And to, and please get into the hearts of people who don't know about this stuff, and let them start to be able to help us and find legal ways to get these people to stop murdering us. Please, Jesus, in your name, send down your strength to us. Send your fire down, and burn all this evil, out of our lives. Please, in Jesus' name, amen. All right, guys, so I'm going to leave it at that. I think that's good when you're feeling depressed or you're just having a bad day. Like, I know this isn't the best video made, but I think that's maybe the best way to end it, is just in prayer and asking Him to help us and make us stronger. If we can't stop this, we need to be stronger. We need to be able to resist. We need to be smarter. I love you guys. I know God loves you. Please pray to Him. If you're at the end of your rope and you feel like you can't buy anything to defend yourself, pray to Him and just ask in His name that you can get something to protect yourself, and He will. He's a merciful God. And this is kind of spiritual warfare. I mean, it is. It's really blatantly spiritual warfare. But I love you guys. I'll be making more videos. My whole thing is that I'm just going to be making as many videos as I can so I can get as many views. So people can, come to, because videos will be in different places on how they're tagged and they're named. So I want to make just as many videos, and I know I may repeat some stuff a lot, but some people won't see, the first videos I made and stuff like that, and so on. And if you have the skills to edit or just make videos yourself, I'm not even editing these. These are all on my cell phone. So if you do have some stuff to say, write it down. I'm a horrible public speaker. Like, I don't know how, but I do. When I talk about this stuff, pretty good, I guess. I don't know. But if we all talk about it and we all try and get the information out there, it will be very soon when this is ended, and they start taking these weapons and doing stuff positive with them. The public starts knowing about it, so that these guys can't do this. They can't hide like this. Alright, guys, love you. More videos to come. VW out. Live long and prosper. Live long and prosper. And just be strong. Be strong and pray. If you're in a situation that's so dark and you don't feel like you can go on anymore, just pray to God. Pray for Him to give you strength. Come to my videos and watch me babble. I know it makes me feel strong. I watched some of my own videos, and I was like giving myself advice, and I felt better. Because I don't I babble so much that I don't really keep track of what I'm talking about. But I was watching one of my long videos, and I kind of got goosebumps, and I was like, oh man, I was talking to myself. I was talking to myself and making myself more enthusiastic. So you'll be amazed if you are trying to talk to people of what comes out, especially if you're doing it in the Spirit of the Lord. You will be amazed at how many people you can help. and I help myself. Like, you know, I'm literally that, you know, I'll babble on these videos, but then I went back to, yesterday I felt so bad, and I listened to one of my videos, and I was, you know, telling everybody to stay strong, and it hit me, you know, I was helping, you know, I need that encouragement too. And I get a lot of it from other people doing videos. So just stay strong and do what you can. And we will get through this. This will end. All right, I love you guys. More videos to come. Please subscribe. I guess maybe that helps. Or leave a comment if you want me to talk about something. You know the deal. Or leave an email. But I love you guys, and I will be more videos to come. And more ideas. Me and my friend, we're gonna think of ways where we can have conference calls, or maybe do you know, some radio shows or some internet blog shows. Just we're gonna try and work on it and do as much as we can. So if you have any ideas, I know there are some really smart people who are being targeted out there. Most of us are very intelligent. Shoot me your ideas. You know, email me your ideas, so we can get some stuff put together and really fight this horrible thing in America. All right, love you guys. Live long and prosper.